Good morning, guys. It is 3:30 in the morning on Friday, May 31st. We're gonna get ourselves a bear super early. But we got some fun stuff coming up this weekend, so I will catch you guys a little farther down the road. But we got some big plans this weekend. Hopefully we will connect, and there's gonna be a bunch of other stuff coming along with it, so stay tuned. See you guys in a bit. What's going on, guys? Late afternoon update. So it's about 7 o'clock right now. I didn't do much of a video earlier. When I got here, I got myself set up and then headed out, scouted right away, and then ran back, had some food, and now we're out again. There's tons of bear sign up here. Yeah, guys, I've seen quite a few of them. This section of road I'm walking here, probably a pile of scat every 30 feet, 40 feet. So they are definitely around. I saw one earlier, just wasn't quite big enough. Get a good feeling about this weekend. I'll catch up with you a little bit here. Just take advantage of the daylight I got left. See if we can't connect on something.
So we walked past your big fat bear.
You definitely walked past my bear. Yeah. He's a belly dragon.
Yeah, I know when it's
He's
good.
a belly dragon. He looks exactly like a grizzly, only he's not. He's a black.
Alrighty, guys. I was just heading back into a different valley for the morning, but coming down the road here, I spotted a bear down in the bottom of one of these cut blocks. So it's not a huge bear; it's probably a little over 5 foot, but it seems to be in a good spot. If I can get it with the bow, then I'm going to give this one a shot. So we'll see. I'll give it a quick stalk and see if we can make it happen. That's a little bit frustrating. It's all right. Spent the better part of 40 minutes stalking this bear down this road. It was really kind of just milling around when I first saw it. And then it kind of just started to cruise this road. So it took me a while to find it again. And then managed to get down on it. Got to within just shy of 50 yards. And it figured out the jig was up. Spun around. I let one go. And I pulled when I shot. So height was good. But I was just in front of him. It was a good stalk. I still snuck right up on him on a straight road without much cover. But that's how she goes sometimes. Alright, little update for you guys. So after I blew that stalk this morning and that other one, came up into the area I was originally going to poke around in, and ended up coming into some pretty fresh sign, followed that for a while, and I just came on the bear that was making it, and unfortunately it's a young Grizz. So my luck continues this trip. But cool to see, but unfortunately does me absolutely no good. So sometimes it's really easy to tell from the piles of scat, and other times not so much. So it's alright, we're about 9 o'clock, so the day is still young. I'm gonna keep plugging at it and see if we can't connect on one yet. Weather seems to be holding out, so hopefully we'll have a decent run here. So I tried to get a little more of a close-up video. I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to tell, but I just found a group of goats right in there on the crest of that saddle. There's 5 of them on the one side, and then it looks like a lone billy off on its own, a little ways farther over. So seems I'm seeing everything but the bears I'm after today. That's cool though. Morning, guys. Alright, it's about 10:30. So I've relocated to the other side of this drainage. I've gone as far in as I can with, well, conveniently with the side-by-side anyways. If I have to, I can get through here to pick whatever up that I put down. But hike in a little bit here. There's been some fresh scat on the way in. There's bear sign everywhere up here. It's just a matter of finding them. So, but yeah, really all I've seen up here so far is that Grizz. So be smart, carry bear spray is what we have. And don't leave it in a carrier, don't tuck it in your bag, don't put it somewhere where you can't reach it. In your hand, safety off. If I need it, it's there. Alrighty guys, I had to come back to camp for a recharge. So I grabbed some food. It is almost 4 o'clock right now, about 10 to 4. So I'm gonna head out for the rest of the evening. I'm not sure if everybody else made it back or not. Nobody was here when I got here at about 3 o'clock. So they may still be out there. Hopefully that means they're processing a bear right now. So that would be all right. But the weather is starting to switch over again. It's gonna get nasty tonight, and then tomorrow's just supposed to be a washout. So hopefully we can get it done tonight, because I don't want to have to try and cram a hunt in the morning before I go home. So fingers crossed, we're going to make it happen here pretty quick. Alright guys, good morning. It's the morning of day 3. So everybody else is kind of sleeping in a bit today. We put 2 bears in the group down yesterday, so they're all a little tuckered out. It was a late night. I'm up early. I'm going to try connect one more time here. I got this morning still, and then I got to head home. I got to work tomorrow morning. But yeah, so I'm up on a stretch of road here that we've seen a bunch of sign on. So the plan is to park on the way out. The rig I've got this weekend is just too loud. That sound's just too aggressive. Seems to be bumping them off long before I ever get close. So I'm just not getting the opportunities that I should. So I'm just going to hike the whole road today. And then hike in, hike back out, and call it a morning. So hopefully we connect. We know there's a lot of bears in the area. So I'm going to focus my attention here, and hopefully it works out. But my luck seems to be continuing. I've got the front swivel mount on my sling here. There's a threaded brass fitting in there that seems to have cracked. So that came flying off yesterday while I was standing still. And luckily my reflexes were faster than gravity. I managed to grab the rifle before it actually hit the ground. But that means I have no sling for today. So I'm hiking a couple kilometers carrying this thing, which isn't ideal, but it is what it is, and hopefully it won't be a far walk, and hopefully be a successful one. So I will catch up with you guys in a little bit. All right, bye. A couple K into my hike here. This weather's starting to move up valley, so unfortunately I've got the wind at my back. There's not much I can do about it, but we just found our first pile of fresh scat. So it's very green. But unfortunately it's pretty watery, so it's kind of hard to tell. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed that that's not a grizzly bear. Because that's what happened to me yesterday morning. But fingers crossed, it might happen yet. So it's about 9:30 now. Been hiking for a solid 2.5 hours. And I wanted to be done and off the trail by noon today. That way I'm back at camp about 1-ish. Back up and start making my way home. I got a long drive ahead of me. But I was hoping I'd get ahead of that weather. You can see it's kind of socked the tips of the mountains in there. It's starting to drizzle now, so I'm probably going to have a pretty wet hike back. I got about 2.5 hours back to the side-by-side. And that fresh sign I saw earlier, I got a feeling it was heading the other way. I think I've had the wind at my back the entire way in here, which it's not the end of the world. There's no way around it. It was going to be at my back in one direction or the other. So, because I hiked in 2.5 hours, at least I should have 2.5 hours of wind in my favor on the way back out. So maybe we'll find something yet. But probably not a bad thing. I'm about 80% sure that was a grizzly, so I am not disappointed if I don't get to meet him in the woods. But that's it. I have a snack, have a drink, and then I'm going to start hiking back. Hopefully I don't get too wet. So I just found a track in the soft mud here on the way back that wasn't there on my way in. Unfortunately, my intuition seems to be correct. So I have a grizzly somewhere between me and the side-by-side. That's unfortunate. Now the wind's in my favor. Well, fingers crossed. Is what it is. Stockless saves the day.
Uber.
Apparently he doesn't want me to become bear bait.
Yeah, I don't want that seasoning use on you.
No?
No.
I don't care what they say about you, Ash. You're a wonderful human being.
Yeah, a lot of people say that I'm not, but
They don't know what they're talking about.
yeah, they don't.
Alrighty, guys. I was literally just driving back to camp, and then I wanted to check the block where I missed that bear yesterday. That was my last plan. Ash was nice enough to get me out of the back there an hour early, and so I didn't have to bump into that Grizz. And just as I kind of crested the hill to the pullout where I was going to pull in to hike this block, I just saw a bear take off running down that road that I was going to walk. So I ran up the road next to it there at full tilt, and then ran parallel with it, found it down on the bottom. It's a color phase bear, and that is my first, so I'm stoked right now. I can't believe how quick that all played out. I couldn't get any of that on camera. It was literally a yard sale. I slammed the thing in park, bailed out, grabbed my rifle, grabbed my mag, threw my phone on the ground. All right, let's take a walk down there. So stoked right now. So stoked. Alrighty, guys. I got that bear. Got it out. Took me about a half an hour to wiggle it, get it into the back of the side-by-side. Got it back to camp. Skinned out right away. Got it and the hide into the coolers. I've got some ice packs in there. I'll have to stop on the way out in a couple hours here and grab some ice to put in there just to tide it over till I get home. And then I'll have to pull it out one more time, clean it up, repackage it in game bags, and then make sure everything's nice and dry and keep it cool till I can drop it off probably in 3 or 4 days. But like I said, I didn't have my my tripod. The adapter for it broke, so I just couldn't film anything by hand and do that. I tried to prop the phone up a couple times and it just turned into a circus, so I needed to get this stuff done. I put this bear down at just after 11:40. We are 20 after 6 now, almost 6:30. So I am ready to go home. But yeah, that's it. It's been a wicked weekend here on the Creators Hunt. We put 3 bears down, I believe. Scott Bass got one first night. 4 bears, actually. Danny got one, and Anna put one down yesterday evening, and mine this afternoon. So 4 bears is not a bad number for the 3 days that we were in here, 2.5. But I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to head home. I'm already going to be home super late, and I got to work in the morning. I may do a closing on this once I get home, but I just got to hit the road. Just want to touch base with you guys, let you know everything's packed up, and we're ready to rock and roll. So I will catch you guys later. Thanks. Bye.